Hey, what's up YouTube? It's the boy over Bath, another video. This one is a response to Raw Dog's video regarding gold silver 401k plan. Okay, for those who don't know, I'm in the military, and one thing the Army loves pushing is the TSP, Thrift Savings Plan, and that's basically the government equivalent of a 401k. I actually did a little bit of research on it, and I guess they're saying that's where the 401k plan got its freaking start from. It's basically just a copy of the thrift savings plan. But of course, the thrift savings plan is garbage. If you read all these magazines, everybody boasts about all these mutual fund magazines. Everybody boasts about how they kick the thrift savings plan's ass all the time. So, of course, when I first came in, I freaking loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, I get paid to shoot guns. So, joined the Army. I thought everything that they told me was the truth, that they could do no wrong. So, of course, I started putting money in the thrift savings plan. I put in a couple $100 every month, and I did what all the freaking mainstream media financial advisors told me. Freaking just put your money in every month and just watch your money grow. The funny thing about it, after a couple of years I checked back on it, and guess what? My money was not growing. I found out if I just kept my money in a damn bank, I would have got more money. I would have been better off. So I called up the thrift savings plan people, and I tried to talk to them into me freaking stopping my plan. I said, nope. As long as you're in the military, you cannot cash out of the thrift savings plan. It doesn't matter. You can't just take your money out and take a haircut or take a penalty. Nope, they don't care. You cannot touch your money. You can borrow against it, but that kind of defeats the purpose, because if it's your money that you've worked for, your property, then it's actually yours. You should be able to take it. But that's a completely different story. So what I end up doing is I just freaking put it into like 1% of my earnings. I guess that's the minimum that I could put in, and that's been going for a couple of years now. So after that, I had this money. I still wanted the investment money, because when I get out, I plan to start my own business, and I'm gonna need quite a bit amount of cash for that. So I was like, what else could I put my money in? I looked at annuities. I realized, nah, that's a freaking scam. I looked into CDs in the States. I was like, okay, that's freaking garbage. I also looked in CDs back in the Caribbean. They had some good ones. I found one that I put some money in. I get actually, I think 5%. I get a 5% APR and some cash I got back in the Caribbean, and so that's doing good. And I started putting money in the silver. I did my research, and I thought, oh my gosh, this shit is so manipulated. This is a sure win. I looked up all the Mike Maloney videos. I subscribed to the David Morgan report, which I still do. And I got really caught up in the Alex Jones and SGT Bull. And I looked up all these guys, and like, oh my gosh, it's a huge conspiracy. They're trying to rob me. They're trying to kill me. What do? Stack silver. Stack gold. So I put a bunch of money into gold and silver, and I've been stacking since, I'd like to say, February 2008. Stack my silver. And I talked to one of my soldiers at the time. I think we were in Afghanistan, and of course I didn't have any money. I didn't have anything to really spend my money on. So what did I do? I stacked more. And I talked to my buddy. He's from a real well-to-do family. He joined the Army because he didn't want to spend his own money to go to college. So he joined the Army, and he got the GI Bill. And he's been investing in the stock market since he was around 10, and he had like a portfolio of like three-quarters of $1 million. He lost maybe like 100,000 in the global financial crash. He lost quite a bit of change, but it was really nothing to him, and it was nothing compared to a lot of people that lost like all their money. So I talked to him when I was over there, when we were on guard duty and all that type of stuff, and we looked into it, and he was like, those dudes, those dudes are probably freaking crazy, right? Oh, it's a scam. And of course, I was like, nah, you just caught up in the mainstream media, and you just listen to these freaking MSNBC, CNN, CNBC, and Bloomberg, and CNN. Those dudes, they're just putting out propaganda for the sheeple, and I'm not gonna get caught up in that stuff. And he was like, whatever, man, I'm just trying to help you out. So, after we got back, we still talk every now and again. And I sat back and I thought about it. And especially since I really started looking into GADA and SGT Bull and all these people, and I realized these dudes are just selling us a story. They're freaking bullshitting us. I don't know how GADA profits from it. I know SGT Bull, he profits from his website. I know Mike Maloney, of course, he sells gold and silver. So, and if you're freaking selling gold, silver, there's never a bad time to buy gold or silver. What you gotta do? Keep stacking. The price goes up, keep stacking. The price goes down, keep stacking. It's worthless fiat, right? So just spend it. Oh, wait. Now to think about it, how is that different from what the government tells us? Just freaking go shopping. But that's a complete other story. But these guys out there, they can't be trusted. I watch the dude from GADA freaking debated Jeff Christian, and if I knew nothing about gold and silver, I knew nothing about investing, I would have thought from that video alone that all gold and silver bugs were freaking batshit insane. Insane. And when you look at it, I begin to realize, like, I'm a member of this Facebook page called Silver Bugs, and a lot of these people, they're freaking insane. They think that they're gonna be super rich if there's a market crash, and how they're gonna buy up acres and acres of land and be having Maseratis, and they're gonna be the new freaking Rothschilds of the world because they got a couple thousand ounces of silver. Bitch, please. Bitch, please. If silver and gold becomes what you think it is, people are gonna rob you. And if you got some guns, you got some ammo and all that type of stuff, well, you're only one person. You could be overran, and people are gonna take your shit. So either way, the shit ain't gonna freaking work. I got my gold, I got my silver. I still buy a little bit every month, and whenever there's a huge dip, I put a couple $1,000s in, get me a big stash. I'm currently thinking about trading in all my freaking regular bullion into freaking Eagles. That Provident Metals does that, and yeah, I'm gonna do what they say. I'm gonna keep stacking. I'm gonna keep stacking. I'm not a fool. I'm not gonna buy at freaking all-time highs. I personally don't buy silver. I don't buy any large amounts of silver over $26. That's my maximum that I'm gonna buy at. So right now I'm just waiting, stacking my money. As soon as it goes down, I'm gonna buy. And I don't think it's a great investment because I think gold and silver are money, but I do think it, in this, especially if you're in the United States, it's basically the only place you can put your money, because you can't even put money in a good CD. The CDs here are freaking ridiculous. For those people that want to put money in CDs, you should check the Caribbean. You could get a good 5-6% interest rate on what you're freaking doing. It's not gonna be anything crazy. You're only gonna get it once a year. It's not gonna be quarterly or anything like that, but that's something you might want to look into. Anyway, that's just my piece. Probably my longest video ever. I'm out.